Howdy folks, it is March 20th, 2023. It is approximately 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I apologize, it's been a little while since I've been on here, been working a lot, but I haven't seen anything major or significant. However, today we actually do have an incoming. Now I want to show everybody something here. Okay, we're over here at spaceweatherlive.com, and right here we can see an M flare. We had an M1.28. Okay, pop off, and it was actually coming at us. You can see it's got kind of a fat butt here. So just like I've told you before, when it's got a fat butt, there's going to be a CMA with it. Where this one over here was a quick little whoosh, like a spontaneous little pop-up. Yeah, there's not going to be much of anything with that one at all. So we had this one, and then this one here kind of popped up. So this one had a little something with it, because I mean, if you look at from the start to the finish, yep, that one's got a fat butt, and this one definitely had a pretty big butt. So, where do we go from there, right? Well, let's go take a look. Our active region that actually kicked this little fella off was right here. Now we're over here at Solarham. It was right here at 3526, 3250, or excuse me, 3256, 3257, 3259 region, but most of it came from 3256. And this is a very active region, folks. I'll show you guys right over here. This is one of the other things I did want to take note. So right ahead of this major bright system, we have a large coronal hole, and I mean, this is a big one, folks, and it is actually currently facing us. Although most of this will go south of us, you got to understand the Earth kind of goes in this kind of pattern. We don't just stay perfectly here on the equatorial plane of the sun. We oscillate up and down, and it's not just like this. It's in like a figure-8 pattern, just like the moon does. The moon does this kind of an ordeal too to Earth, okay? And it's just how it is, and that's why sometimes you can see the moon, you know, in the daytime, and then sometimes you can see a full moon in the daytime. But wait, how is that possible? Well, just because it depends on how it's positioned for the sun to brighten it up, and where it is either on the upside, the downside, or even if it's on its angle. I mean, the whole thing it's kind of complex. But either way, so we're going to have solar winds from this guy, and then we've got something on the way from this, and I'll show you guys here. Again, looking here, we can see the size of the coronal hole. I did want to show you more on this one because it's a little bit nicer to see, but you got the gist of it. So coming over here to seeds, we're at spaceweather.gmu.edu, seeds, and this is real time. Now I want to show this to you. We're going to pick this part a little bit here. This is from today, okay, right around the time of our eruption. Right here is at 1:38. The time of our eruption was at 1:40. Okay, so at 1:40 this morning. Check this out. Now I'm going to advance this a little bit. Now I want you guys to watch right over here in this region. There is something huge that is literally flying into the sun, and it looks like a cigar-shaped UFO. I don't think it'd be a UFO not that big. Could that be possible? I don't know. I mean, ancient civilizations could be millions of years old. Who knows? So here we go. Do you guys see that? Right here by my cursor. I'm going to back out again. You guys see that? It just kind of comes in out of nowhere, and it's just flying right towards the sun. And as it's getting there, look at that. You see that? As it's getting there, all of a sudden there's an eruption. Like, wait, what? So that's the first thing. Second thing, you guys see this halo? This is a halo where it covers around the entire disk of the occulter disk. So this is the occulter disk right here. Okay, this right here, this white circle is where the surface of the sun would be. And so we're kind of blocking out, you know, kind of like putting your hand over a light. You can still see the light around it, but you just can't see the actual source. So that way we can actually watch coronal mass ejections, okay? So as it halos around that, that lets us know that it's coming our direction. Okay, and that was right at 1:40 is when that began, when we had that eruption. So that is earthbound. Now it's not moving very fast. It's pretty slow, to be honest with you. So it might take 5 to 7 days for it to get here. However, it will also be blending in with the coronal hole stream, so we might get a G1 out of it. And as long as Enlil hasn't showed an updated one, when I looked at it a little bit ago, it's showing that we're going to get a slight glancing blow from it, but the coronal, it also kind of disrupts the coronal hole. So we're getting like a little punch and then a break and then another punch right behind it. So it's kind of like a 1-2 punch. You know, we get it, then it relaxes, then we get it again. So we'll have to see. That's going to be very interesting to see what happens with our geomagnetic field. Now, there's another thing I wanted to pick apart here. Does anybody else see something right here? Some kind of a dense round type planetary object right there. Like, do you guys see that? That round object? I don't know what that is, but there it was. And then the plasma kind of keeps pushing, and you can still kind of see it there. It just keeps pushing up. Now, here's the other thing. There's one that comes out the bottom end as we start getting into it. Look at this. You can see it right here. Right here. Like, what is that? And as we go forward, you can see it's clearly round right here. Look at. What is that? That's another kind of round object. Now, this happened at 1503. Ooh, let me shrink that down all the way. 1503. Oh, wait a minute. Let's check our time over here. 1503. Ah, right here. So that's another one coming our direction. Now, this one's a C flare. So we've got another coronal mass ejection coming our way. So, yeah, that's going to be fun. We've got two of them back to back. Plus the solar winds. Well, this could be very interesting. But I think this one might be a little bit slower, though, because it doesn't... It might be a little bit slower. It might be bigger. Who knows? Whoa. What is this? I don't know, folks. You guys tell me. That looks like some kind of a planetary object being pushed off. I don't know. I mean, how many more weird, anomalous kind of things can we find here? I mean, if I slow it down, I'll start being able to show you guys UFOs all over the place. Oh, in fact, there's one right there. Right here, see him? He's right there. Looking like a bird. See that? Or an upside-down triangle. But it looks like a cross in the middle, which is, because of the light. But either way, that's kind of weird. So the pyramids fly now? Upside-down pyramids? That's weird. Anyways, they keep going. I think that's just about all that we've got. Oh, look, there's some more. There's another UFO right there. There's one here. There's one here. Interesting stuff going on by the sun, folks. Okay, we're back over here at spaceweatherlive.com, and we are looking at the Enlil model, and it has not done a different update. So as you can see, the eruption here, we got the one and then a break, and then bam, we get hit with the solar winds. So this one here is a glancing blow. As you can see here, mostly comes off this side because that's where the sunspot is. And then we get that little break, and then boom, we get hit again. So hopefully we'll be recovered our electromagnetic field. I think it should be enough time, so should be good. Okay, and lastly, we're going to come over here to ISWA, and I'm going to show you guys something here. We're looking at GO 16 SUVI and 304 angstroms of light. We are looking at this sunspot region. Now, this is our initial flare right here. Okay, and so the plasma is not super dense. However, right around 904, I'm going to have to shrink this down just a wee bit. Right around 904, we see another eruption on that southern side. And this was just the eclipse of the satellite by the Earth, actually. You actually see more come out this side right around 9 o'clock UTC time, right here. See this? This little flare actually pushed some off there, too. It's kind of hard to see. Well, let me get the damn cursor out of the way. But it's kind of hard to see it, but you can definitely tell something got pushed off. So it's not super dense, so it's not massively impressive. It's not something to, I would say, worry so much about, to be honest with you. And then we got this other one, and the one on the top here kind of splits and forms a canyon of fire, which is pretty cool. And then that one comes off the backside. So this is going to be coming around at us here. Woo! This top one here is looking pretty intense as well, but we'll have to see what happens with it. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I thought I saw something here just a minute ago. I might be mistaken. Nope, I didn't. Now, here's the other thing. We're going to look at the SDO 171 angstroms of light. This is really cool. For those of you who have never seen this, you're going to enjoy it. For those of you who have seen this before, you're going to enjoy it again. We have got another vortex on the north pole of the sun. But there's, again, something round here sucking the energy up off of the sun. Watch this. You see that round object? It's pulling energy off the sun towards it. It is sucking the energy. What in the world is that? I mean, you can clearly see it dancing around this round object, whatever it is. But it's pretty cool. Now, in the past, I've shown you guys some of them where it takes it and goes, and then it shoots off. This one, we can't really see it shoot off. We don't really see where it goes. It just kind of like maybe fades off into the distance as it gets done. But either way, Cool stuff. So keep your eyes open. No fear, and remember that love is the only way forward. Solar Wolf out.